What's going on, guys? It's the Bearded One back with another beer review. I couldn't actually find a whole lot about this beer or the brewery. Doing a little bit of research on this brewery. There's no about me section. There's no cool history. There's no lore. Even on this beer, which we'll just go ahead and doing the UFO Georgia Peach. Summer seasonal from UFO. Just not a whole lot to say. They did first brew this for their friends in Georgia, so it's literally a Georgia peach beer. And now, as of whenever they decided to go national or even regional, we now have UFO Georgia Peach. I'm very excited for this beer. This is a Hefeweizen. I'm a big fan of the style, and the peach is my favorite fruit. I try not to get overly excited for these fruit beers because, well, I've been let down more times than I've been like, oh, this is incredibly amazing. You see here on the can, little weird little can. UFO does seem to be like a fun, like they're not a serious, like they really have fun with the beer. They've got a hub section where you can, on their webpage, where you can look up different recipes to use with beer. They also have recipes for beer cocktails. And then they've got plenty, they've got plenty of fruit beers like this one. They've got a pineapple, a raspberry, the peach. They make a lot of wheat beers. You know, I always blew UFO off as just another brewery, not doing anything that's catching my eye. If I just get to the point where I've tried everything else, I'll just go to UFO. But just kind of tinkering with the website, I'm more interested in them now. It's heating up, so UFO seems to be the perfect go-to brewery for an Alabama summer, and it's brutal here in Alabama during the summertime. Heads dissipating, not at a very slow rate, I would say a semi-normal rate. It's kind of a milky, creamy head, not too thick, not too thin. I don't know, we'll talk about the lacing as I drink it. The appearance, it looks a little more like apple juice on camera. Like there's another beer I reviewed, looked like apple juice on camera. It's a Hefeweizen, so it's got that unfiltered hazy look. There may be sediment in this. Typically in those Bavarian wheat styles, you'll have sediment floating around because they're unfiltered. There could be sediment in here, but I'm not seeing it. There's some bubbles dancing around, but it's very light. You almost have to kind of stare at the beer to pick up where the bubbles are. Sorry if you hear any background noise. My dog is going nuts in the living room. Beer has now, as of 3 to 4 minutes, leveled out into that nice white sheet. So we'll get into the aroma. Peach City, and that makes me happy. Makes me very happy. I think I get that wheat in there. I'm just getting a lot of wheat and peach. I don't know the IBUs. It is 4.8% alcohol, so you probably already knew this looking at the beer. I mean, you can drink these all day. They're canned by the Ball Company. My last name is Ball, so that's cool. I'm not related to the Ball Mason jar family, I don't think, but that is cool. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything disclosed on the can except 4.8% alcohol. It was packaged on March 4th, 2019, so it's very fresh. Smells very fresh. I'm dying to drink this beer. I just got out of work, so we're going to get into the palate here. Semi-disappointed, but it is what I expected. I was expecting a little bit more sweet. Now, this is a sweet beer. It's got plenty of peach. It's got the wheat because it's a Hefeweizen. The body, it's a lighter body. It's got, I would say not prickly. It's got tingly carbonation, so there is carbonation there. Not a very viscous beer. Lacing disappears pretty quick. I would expect that from a lighter beer. You go in for another sip. So I like this beer a lot. This is a summertime go-to. I think I overhyped this beer in my head. I was really hoping this was going to be a 5 out of 5. It's just not quite there. There's just something I wanted from this beer that I'm not getting. And I couldn't even tell you why it's not a 5. I think it's because the peach, even though this is a peach beer, I mean, obviously in the name, but I mean, it tastes like a peach beer. But I think I wanted even more of that. I just really like sweet beers, and when I'm drinking a fruit beer, this isn't necessarily a fruit beer. It's a Hefeweizen with peach. Just saw something interesting on the can. Right off the peach tree flavor. Okay, so I read peach tree, and I was thinking there was peach tree flavor instead of peach fruit flavor. So scratch that. This review is already longer than I thought it would be because I don't have a lot of information. I don't have a lot of fun facts to tell you guys this time around. Excuse me. It is a good beer. I drink it pretty fast. This brewery is in Boston, Massachusetts, and where else? Windsor, VT, Vermont. So they're in the Northeast. I don't know why they have 2 locations. I would love to find out and learn a little bit more, and maybe we can come back and learn more about UFO. Let me go for one more sip and we'll rate it. Give it a 4.5 out of 5. Excellent beer. A lot of peach. You can smell the peach. I mean, it's exactly what you'd expect. Just for me, I have a sweet tooth when it comes to beer, so I was wanting it to be a little more peachy than it already is. So take my rating with a grain of salt. If you like a lot of peach, if you like Hefeweizens, If you like wit beers, any not lagers, macro lagers, I would say, like the fruity macro lagers, like Limerita and stuff, or if you like Pilsner, like lighter Pilsners with not a lot of hops in them, this beer is for you. It's summertime in Alabama. Well, it's springtime. It's barely April. It's starting to feel like summertime, though, during the afternoons. Pick this up, section it, and have a blast. Until next time, guys, cheers.